I'm Von Wilson, and this is Keep It Moving. 2017 Super Bowl, New England Patriots, Atlanta Falcons. Great game, great comeback. My next guest, her story is nothing shy of that. The redemption, the comeback, amazing. From India to Boston, LA, now Pepperdine University studying for her master's. I don't want to waste much time on this introduction. I want to get right to it. Courageous, bold, beautiful, smart, talented, Sasha.
Hello. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, and we're glad to have you here. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. How
Everything's
are you doing?
good. I'm
well.
doing swell. Now that we're getting this on, talking over the phone. I do a lot of interviews with people before we sit down, so that we're comfortable, and that when we're doing these interviews, that in these episodes, that everybody's comfortable with each other. And after just hearing the things that you were telling me and what we were discussing, I couldn't wait to get this on. So we're here now. Yeah. We're here. Tell us a little bit about your growing up. Was it here in the States, or did you grow up in India? Then you guys came here to the States, and how was it growing up?
So I grew up in England, or I was born in England.
Okay.
Yeah. So when I was 3, I moved to Boston. Grew up in Boston, and then when I was around 11 or 12, we moved to California.
Okay.
I don't obviously remember anything from living in England, but growing up in Boston, off the top of my head, my parents had an arranged marriage. We're Indian. We come from Indian backgrounds, so that was the norm. It wasn't really a loving relationship, I would say. It was more like they were forced to get married, and then it's too late to get a divorce, and they're 4 kids in, so they're just staying together, right?
Okay.
Full transparency, it wasn't a healthy upbringing. My parents fought a lot. A lot of it wasn't, I didn't know how to digest a lot of the information, I guess, just because from my perspective, it was like my mom was just acting out, and my mom was just screaming at my dad, and my dad would just like shut me up with money, or like going to take me to go get like my favorite toys or food or whatever, and I didn't understand the fuller picture, and I started to resent my mom, and it was honestly just a downward spiral at that rate. So eventually, as I was maturing and I grew older, I started to see things that I just knew were not normal.
Such as?
We would have a car one week, and then the next week it would get repossessed. But from our perspective, it was like, someone stole the car, and that's what I was told. And I was like, oh my gosh, why does this keep happening to us? Like something's going on. And my mom, I will say one thing, she never turned us against our dad growing up. Like, because at the end of the day, she knew she wasn't going to divorce him.
Right.
Eventually, she just wanted it all to work out, right? He was the only person in our family who was providing for us. So it's like, without him, who would we be,
Right.
So we weren't using him, but I guess my mom's hope at that point was just that he would change for us and his kids, rather than shutting us up with gifts, and he shut her up with gifts too.
So mom was a stay-at-home.
My mom was a stay-at-home, yeah.
Okay.
So we lived in Boston for 13 years, and we applied to a private school in California. My brother was going to Chapman, but simultaneously my mom was like, let's apply to a private middle school in California.
For you?
Yes.
Okay.
My sister and I. My sister is a year older than I am.
How many siblings do you have?
I have 3.
Okay.
So I'm the youngest.
Okay.
My brothers are 31, 32. My sister is 26.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm the baby. Yeah, it's not the stereotypical baby type of treatment, but I think we all just had to grow up beyond our time.
I can identify with I'm the baby brother. So
you get it. It's not the stereotype that everyone says it is. But my mom wanted us to apply to this middle school in Calabasas to complete this California dream, and to come over here and start a new life and live that type of lifestyle that you see on TV, right? Not true at all, by the way. But we did apply. We were living in a beautiful house in Boston.
Okay.
Surprisingly, we got into this school. And I'm not even kidding, maybe 3 days later, we packed whatever we could in the car, and we drove to California.
What year was this?
This was 2011, I
And
believe.
you were about how old at that
11.
time? 11.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we were going to keep that house in Boston and just pack whatever we could. And like, my mom, she was so excited for us. Like, we made it. Like, the girls are going to go to a great middle school that's going to set them up for a great future, and everything's going to be amazing. My brother's already going to Chapman. Like, this was the California dream.
Yes.
My other brother was already attending college in Boston.
Okay.
So he stayed out there, and obviously it was sad to leave him out there, but
Sure.
we were more excited about, oh my gosh, like, we're going to start a life, and we're going to buy a house, and we'll figure it out. Leave most of the stuff in Boston and take whatever we need.
Right. You made it to California.
We made it. It was a long drive.
Big dream that a lot of people have.
100%.
Yeah.
And we lived in a hotel for like 6 weeks while we got our feet on the ground. It was such a last minute thing, honestly.
So let me go back. So you guys left a nice established home in Boston, and then you came here and you moved into a hotel. Why the hotel though? There was no housing or that you guys could get, or what was the situation?
My father had a really bad habit of doing before he was planning, if that makes sense. He would just shoot a shot in the dark without even considering anyone's feelings, emotions, our life. And he would just do it. And it wasn't, I don't know, I still to this day don't know if it was from a selfish standpoint, because we were all stuck in the same hotel. It's not like he was living in a mansion and we were stuck in the hotel. Like, we were all in one hotel room.
Okay.
But he just, I don't know why, it was like this scarcity mindset. He saw like one little glimmer of light and then just attacked it without even considering, okay, well, maybe I have to get my ducks in a row first.
Okay.
And because my mom hadn't, she wasn't the primary financial person who was responsible for us, she had
just
no
going with the
choice.
flow.
We all have to.
Yeah.
We don't have a choice. We don't have any other, like, she didn't have a job. We didn't have a job. It's just follow the leader, you know? It's like we were the blind and we were just following him, you know? Because it was trust. We didn't know who else to trust in that moment.
Well, of course, yeah. You
Yeah.
know, this is your father, you know, and this is the norm. This is what, you know, children and the wife usually do. They trust the man. He's the protector. He's the provider.
Exactly. And my brothers, I mean, they were grown. My brother was just about to attend Chapman. My other brother was already enrolled in an institution in Boston, but they weren't mature enough to realize something's not right about this man. Like, he's doing something so shady. And then, is it okay if I continue on? I'm going to tell you more about, like,
yeah, we want it all.
So basically, we stayed in a hotel for 6 weeks.
Sure.
And the promise was, or my mom was living, we would go and view these houses and $1 million houses in Calabasas and the hills and da-da-da. One day we're going to be there. And my dad had us so delusional. It was like, my sister and I, we would always fight about who got which room.
Right.
The young, you know, that was our worries
Yeah.
at the time. So it was like, I want that room. I want that room.
Right.
And realistically, we never moved into that house. Like, that wasn't going to happen.
So who's taking you guys around? Both parents or just the father? Or,
Both parents.
Both parents.
Because my mom was like us. Like, she had no reason to not believe him.
Naive to what's going on.
Yeah, so we would go
Trusting and believing in dad.
Exactly.
Okay.
And we would go and view these beautiful houses while we were just starting at a private school in Calabasas. And
So life just seems like a dream come true.
yeah, it felt like everything was just getting to where it needs to be.
Right.
You know, one step at a time. It might be a little delayed. Like, shouldn't we be in a house before we started school? Like, the traditional type of way to go about things. He didn't do that. He never did that about anything.
Okay.
And while we were living in California, we just went from rented house to rented house. And at one point, I think he was telling my mom, oh, you remember that house we saw last week? We bought it. Like, I signed the paperwork. Like, we're renovating it.
Wow.
And my mom's like, oh my gosh, like, I don't mind living in a rented house for a little bit. Like, of course that's fine.
Yeah.
The girls are in the school.
So he's kicking the can down the road.
And he's buying himself time. He would go as far as going on Google Drive and, like, creating false leases and mortgages, paperwork. And what does my mom doesn't know any better. She's going to look at these people and be like, oh, fantastic. Here's the address. It's ours. Our name is on the same paperwork as the address of the house. It must be ours.
Yeah. What was he buying time for? What was his goal here?
He didn't have the money.
Oh, I see.
His businesses were shady. He's in the merchandising business. I mean, I don't know if he is now, but I hope not.
Yeah.
But it was a shady business.
Okay.
I don't know the logistics of how it was shady, but I know the outcome was shady, obviously.
So this went on, and how did this end? How long did it go on, and how did it end? And what did you guys? How did this? Where'd you guys go from there?
So we were living in California, and we were in another rental house.
Okay.
And we knew it was rented, and we were
Okay.
still. I'm pretty sure we were still under that impression that the house was being renovated, the one that we bought.
Okay.
He bought.
Okay.
And
So everybody's thinking now we're going to be moving to a house that we bought
yeah.
soon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So
we'll
we were-
tough this out for right
Mm-hmm.
now. Okay.
And I think it was like the third to last rental we were in was in Calabasas.
Okay.
And I was taking a nap. All I remember was taking a nap,
Mm-hmm.
and my sister comes in and she goes, "You need to pack your shit. You need to pack everything. Like,
Wow.
we need to be out by the end
How
of
old
the
are
day."
you at this time?
I think I was like 13.
Okay, 13.
And I was
Okay.
like, "Why? We loved this house.
Yes.
We loved
Well,
this
Calabasas is a
house.
great area.
Such a great
I've
area.
worked there. I frequent there. It's
Yeah.
it's a great place,
Private
especially
community.
for a family.
5 minutes from
you know,
school.
yeah.
My friends lived around me. My best friend of
Of
14
course.
years, she was like 5 minutes down the road.
Yeah.
And my sister just said, "You literally have like 6 hours. You need to pack your stuff." And I thought it was a joke. So, of course, I'm going to nap. I'm going to continue napping.
Wow.
I woke up and there was a moving truck outside.
Wow.
Not one time did he look at all of us in the face and say, "I've lost money. We got evicted. I'm sorry. I will figure this out." Not
Okay.
one time did he say that. We were just under the impression that we spend too much money. It's your fault. It's your fault. It's your mom's fault. It's this, that. Never once did you just say, "We got evicted and I messed up because I have a shady business." Of course, no one's going to admit that, right?
Right.
But we did move all of our stuff. I think it was within a day.
Okay.
And I said, "Where are we going?" And my dad and I were very close. I said, "Where are we going?" It was to another rental house, and he didn't tell us the address. It was up in the hill. It was a very rundown. A home is a home.
Yes.
I don't care. I have a roof over my head. It's a home.
Yes.
But to go from this to this and to just to be jumping around was it was heartbreaking for me because we
Jeez.
didn't have the answers. And that's when I think my sister and I started to realize, like, this is shady. Like, this is something is wrong. So we lived in that house, and then I kept asking my dad, like, "How long are we going to stay here? Like, is that house almost done, the renovated one?" And he would always just say, yeah, almost done, almost done. He's like, "Sasha, I'm in distress right now. We just moved, like, just let me be." And then my parents, that was when the fights started happening, but my mom's not going to tell me the logistics of what's going on within the house. It was just like, my mom's crazy, my mom's fighting him, and my dad's just doing his best. It's my mom's fault. Like, my dad would tell me, it's your mom's fault, she spends too much money. No, that's not the case. Yeah, we spent money, but because we were told we had the money. As the financial primary person who's responsible, you should be able to say, "Hey, we don't have that right now," or "You can spend this, but you can't spend that." Like, you should give us the price ranges of where we're sitting, right? Out of respect, and just so it doesn't screw yourself, you know?
Sure.
And so I remember my dad would sleep outside a lot in the car, and he would demonize my mom and be like, "Well, your mom kicked me out. Your mom kicked me out." So I think it was around like a September when I was like 14-ish. I was just about to go back to school. My
Okay.
sister had just enrolled in a college it was called, I don't remember what it was called.
Okay.
Whittier College.
Okay.
And he goes,
Familiar
"Hey."
with Whittier?
Yeah. And he said, "Hey, I'll drop you off at school when I get back, obviously, but I'm going to China for my business." He would do a lot of business out of China.
Okay.
And so I said, "Okay, that's fine. Like, maybe it's best because all
Sure.
they were doing was fighting, right?"
Right.
He didn't come back. He got,
Oh wow.
yeah, he got arrested.
In China.
No, on the way back from China.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my sister had just started college.
Okay.
And I guess when he landed in Los Angeles, they got him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's when the truth started to come out.
Ah.
Everything came out.
Okay.
The house that we were living in, that we were renting, he put fake names on the lease because he had ruined our credits. So he couldn't put our credits because we wouldn't get approved. I was 14, 15. We wouldn't even get approved for a house because he already put a mortgage under my name.
Wow.
My credit was through the tank.
Wow.
My brothers were just screwed. We didn't know anything. And then we were like, my two brothers, honestly, I can never thank them enough because
Yes.
they didn't even blink. They were just like, "I'm going to help this family. I don't have a choice. I need
Yes.
to work. I need to do this. I need to do that."
So
whatever
your
I
brother
need
stepped
to.
up, and they became the men of the family.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Okay.
no one taught them how to do that.
So with your father,
Mm-hmm.
he got arrested here. Was it the U.S. Marshals, or was it something just like state, or what was it?
I don't know 100%.
Did he end up doing some time? Did he end up
Yeah.
going to prison?
I believe he did 2 years.
2 years. Okay.
So he started off in California. This is just everything I was told. I don't know the truth from to today.
Okay.
He started off in California. I remember him calling me and saying, "Your mom did this to me. Your mom
Okay.
set me up." And at the time, I was thinking my mom, he had demonized my mom. Like, my mom is the problem.
Yeah.
What did she do? So I hated my mom. So I started sleeping at friends' houses.
Okay.
And then all I remember is he started in California and he would send us letters. And then, as far as I'm concerned, he also had time to do in Boston, which is where we grew up,
Okay.
which now makes sense. That's why we left Boston so suddenly,
Okay.
because he was fleeing, essentially.
Okay.
He also had time to do in Colorado. So they were extraditing him everywhere in the U.S.
Sounds like he was under some federal custody.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he was getting dragged and where he needed to serve time, right?
Okay. And so at this time, you've moved out now.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So I was sleeping on my friends' couches, not officially moved out,
Right.
but I hated my mom. I hated all life. It was miserable being home.
Okay.
I would rather sleep on a friend's couch than my own bed.
Because I'm imagining. I just want to. I want to detail this. I can imagine that now the breadwinner's gone. Dad is the one who's pulling all the money in, and you guys were bouncing from house to house, living this uncertain life.
Yeah.
There was a lot of uncertainty there. With him bringing money in, mom's a stay-home mom. How are you guys making it now?
So my brothers, I keep jumping. Sorry,
No, that's
there's
fine.
just so
No,
much to the story.
No, yeah.
I actually realized I haven't really talked about this fully through, so I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to do this.
Sure.
Like I said, my brothers, without even question, without training, they stepped up. My brother
Nice.
was
Oh,
at
yeah,
the
you
time,
did say that. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of my brothers, he was the one from Boston. He had
Okay.
already moved out to California, and he
Okay.
was in EMT school.
Okay.
And he was working, I'm not even kidding, I think it was close to like 70 hours a week,
Mm.
grinding.
Mm.
Someone from a normal perspective would be like, I'm grinding because I want to move up. I want to move up in the ranks. Him, it was because of both. He had to move up in the ranks and he had to provide for our family.
Yes.
He had to pay the rent.
Yes.
And the landlord at the time with the fake lease, my brothers talked to them and they were just honest. They were like, we didn't know anything about the fake names. We'll pay you. If he's behind on the rent, we'll figure it out, but please don't kick us out.
Well, you know what? I want to shout out to your brothers. You know, they stepped up.
Oh
and
my gosh.
They played their position well. They took care of the family, made sure you guys were good.
Yeah.
And shout out to your brothers.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Like, I could even get emotional thinking about it because it's
Oh, I can imagine.
It's one of those things where
Yeah.
I haven't told them, I haven't talked to them because there was so much going on in the moment. Thank you for being my stand-in father.
Yes.
You know, my
Yes.
other brother, he was working, I don't even know how many hours. He was at Target at the time. He was like
Okay.
one of the supervisors or something along those lines.
Okay.
It's again, he wasn't working just to climb up the ranks. He was working because we wouldn't survive without him.
Right.
I was working at the time too.
Okay.
I was 15 at this point, and
Working at that time, part-time
Yes.
sleeping on your friend's couch, part-time
Yeah.
staying at home.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a lot going on with you too.
Yes.
Okay.
I got a job as I worked in an animal rescue.
Okay.
And I was working there, I don't even know how many hours a week. It's again, I did it because I loved it, but also because we didn't have money,
Sure.
you know?
Sure.
And I didn't have a bank
Everybody's
account.
trying to pull their weight.
Yeah, everyone's doing whatever they can.
Sure.
I didn't have a bank account, so at the time, because there was just so much that hit us at once, me
Sure.
getting a bank account was the last thing on my mind.
Of course.
So I'd go to the liquor store across the street from the animal shelter, and I would cash my checks. They would take out like 3% or whatever.
Yeah,
and
that's a highway robbery.
yes,
Jeez.
that was a lesson I needed to
Yeah.
learn too.
I know that didn't last long though, right?
No.
You're like,
Honestly,
"Hey, they're
a good
taking
amount
too
of
much
time.
money.
A good amount of time. It
Good amount of
lasted.
time? Okay.
Because I would give
Okay.
that cash to my brother.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
And my brother would put it in a safe. I literally would trust that brother with, if he asked for my right arm, I'd cut it off right now and
Oh,
give
sure.
it to him.
Of course.
Because he would never do the things that my dad did. So yeah, we were all working just to kind of survive. Again, I still resented being home because I didn't know anything, and I was so young, and I was still in that, like, I want to go out, and my mom was so strict, and it seemed like she was strict. It's just because she kind of wanted to keep us close because the world is ugly. We're in California now, and all of this has come out and transpired. She just wanted to protect us.
Sure.
But she had so many mental battles going on herself.
Sure.
I'll say it straight. My mom has a lot of mental health issues. A lot of the time she would be angry and violent, and she's not the same woman that she is today. She's made a lot of progress, and I appreciate that.
Yes.
But
has she ever did like therapy?
No.
No therapy.
No.
This is just her pulling herself up and self-realization.
It's taken a lot of spiritual
change.
work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just coming from an Indian background, it took her a long time. I didn't talk to her. There was a long, long period of time I didn't want anything to do with her. Set aside my father. I thought she was just so abusive and angry and hurtful, and I just didn't feel like I just felt lost. And the last person I wanted to be around was her. So yeah, I would leave and I would go to friends' houses and I would sleep on a friend's couch, and then my friend would drive me to work because they all had their licenses.
Yeah.
The last thing on my mind was getting a license.
Sure.
They would drive me to work the next morning at the animal rescue at 5 a.m.
Sure.
I was trying to do everything at once.
Okay.
Just to prevent going home.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you, in the process of sleeping at your friend's place and, you know, back and forth from home, were there any other changes in your life? Like, did you get involved in any like activities with drugs or alcohol or relationships or anything of that nature?
Yeah. I started to rebel home, and even though I wasn't physically home, I also started to, it was like self-inflicting pain. So I would start to drink when I was around 16.
Okay.
At this point, it wasn't heavy.
Okay.
But it was because I still got so scared that my mom would catch me and my brothers would catch me. So it was like, I'm going to drink a little bit, but
so
enough.
Sneak a
like,
little bit. Just
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Was it peer pressure or something you just decided to do because you wanted to relieve some of the pressures of life?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And my sister, they would always point the finger at her that she was the one that was like smoking and drinking. No, it was me. It was me, and I don't even think they believe it to this day.
Well,
like,
was she? Was she doing her thing?
I taught her everything. I'm the problem. I was the problem. I taught her everything about boys that she shouldn't know.
Yeah.
Because we were only a year apart, and I would learn from my friends sleeping at their houses.
Right.
And I would teach her a vape. I'm the reason she vapes.
Oh, wow.
Drinking. I got her into drinking.
Okay.
And I feel guilty to this day. But it was like, I don't even know I was doing it. But I was so smart with it, and unintentionally.
Yes.
I would always do it so I would like stay out of the radar. And anything that they even suspected me, be like, it was Sona, my sister. It was her. It was not me. And I kept doing it. And we'll get into that, how that transpired into my life and how college really impacted me. Because college, I went balls to the walls. I'm not gonna lie. That was a hard time in my life. But for the time being, I was just focused on working.
Okay.
I did not do well in school. That private school that my mom was begging for us to get into, I did not do well at all. I did not.
Well, how could you? I mean, you got a lot on your plate.
Yeah.
You're working. You know, father's just been incarcerated.
Yeah.
You come to find out that you guys have been living a fairy tale a lifestyle, but it's all interior of it is bullshit.
Yep.
And I mean, you're what, 15 at this time? I can imagine 15 for me. I mean, the things that would be going through my mind.
Yeah.
To find out that, you know, my parents have been living a lie, and we're on unstable ground.
Yeah.
We don't know what's going to happen next.
Yeah.
It was already a little rocky, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was quite a time.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. So I don't see you excelling in school with all this going on.
No, and for some reason, it's so, I don't even know how to digest this part of it, but I was like the school jokester. Like, I was always the one that was laughing regardless of the stuff that was going on in their life. And I remember my dad going to jail, and I was stupidly going around just to be that girl that was like out there, and I'd be like, my dad just went to jail, and everyone was like, you telling people that? Like, please don't tell people that.
Yeah.
And I was like, like, it's fine. It's no big deal.
Yeah.
But I never allowed that emotion to hit me.
Yeah.
And maybe that goes back to like Indian culture or whatever the case is. And like my mom didn't go to therapy because I think that's kind of looked down upon in our culture. So to show emotion and to allow yourself to be vulnerable, it wasn't accepted in our family. So I kind of ran with it, and I was just like, yeah, like it is what it is. My dad
Part
went
of
to
your
jail.
way of dealing with it too.
It was my way of
Now
coping.
that you look back on it, do you think that was the case? That was your part of the way of dealing with it?
Yeah.
How you would have dealt with it differently now, knowing what you know?
I definitely would have reached out to my school counselor. I definitely would have reached out for help in regards to therapy before it transpired into like drug and alcohol use. I would have just spoken out. And first of all, actually, no. I would have taken a few days and a few minutes to just digest it myself. Use a journal. Write down how are you actually feeling, rather than running to everyone else for validation, being like, ha ha ha, like this is so funny. It's not funny. Like it's real life stuff.
It's real life stuff.
I went to school with kids who pulled up on their 16th birthdays with McLarens and G-Wagons.
Oh,
They're not going to get it. So it's like,
Yeah.
allow yourself to digest it before you're telling the whole world, because everyone's going to use that vulnerable information against you. And that's what they did. And I'm not the party girl that I was in high school. That genuinely wasn't me. I wasn't the jokester that I put myself out to be. Real life shit was going on in my everyday life. And
but this was your way of being able to cope with it, to be able to continue to move forward, go to school, go to work, and to be amongst your peers, and to seem normal.
Exactly.
Everything is okay.
Okay.
And so now you're in high school. Did you graduate from high school?
I did.
Okay. All right. You
So-
did well in high school?
No, I did not.
Okay.
I did not. I truly can confidently say I did not apply myself in high school when all of this was going down. My brother, if it wasn't for my brother AJ, who lives in England now, he sat me down and he said, "Look, I'm going to be honest with you. The possibility of you going to college, your grades aren't going to get you there. You're not going to get a scholarship.
Yes.
Let's be honest with one another. The only thing that's really going to get you through is you sharing your story and you just applying yourself. Because at the time, you could apply to colleges and it was free.
Sure.
They did allow for that, and that was great and fantastic.
Yeah.
I knew I wasn't really going to get into many schools. So there was one school that I really wanted to go to, University of San Francisco.
Okay.
San Francisco is very expensive. So my brother kind of told me, he was like, "Are you
It's
serious?"
my hometown.
Yeah, he was like,
Bay
"Are you
Area.
serious?" He was like, "You're not going to be able to afford that."
Right.
My brother did every ounce of paperwork. He would work like 13-hour shifts, come home, and then fill out this form and this form just to ensure that I could go to school and it would not be as expensive as it should be.
Yeah.
He applied for every single scholarship for me.
Yes.
If it wasn't for AJ, I would not be where I am today, honestly. And I don't think I've told him that.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't take anything seriously when I thank him. But
Well, hopefully we'll, after seeing this
I
episode,
hope
he'll
so.
realize the depths and the impact that he had upon your life and you being who you are today.
Absolutely.
And he'll be able to also thank himself for being the brother that stepped up and looked out for the women in the family and his younger sister.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
He worked endlessly to figure out every scholarship that he could. I got in
Okay.
to the school.
So you're at San Francisco State now.
University
you got
of
in.
San Francisco.
Universal San Francisco. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
So it's the private one.
Okay.
San Francisco State, it wouldn't be as scary because it's not as expensive.
Got it.
University of San Francisco was like a lot of money. And
Got it.
it was just, it was a
Got
lot. But I knew that this was a second chance for me. And I wouldn't let myself down, and I would not let Jay down.
Oh, got it.
And
A lot riding on it.
oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I got in, and Jay said, "I don't know if this is possible. We can try."
Right.
And honestly, it was all because of him that I got the scholarships that I did. And we really didn't have to pay much. Even then, he still figured that out for me.
Nice.
And I went to school, and I did not let him down in regards to my academics.
So you did your thing.
I did my thing. I did. I ended with
Stepped
a 4.0.
up to the plate, got your grades.
Yeah.
4.0.
Yeah.
Ah, impressive.
I worked I
Impressive.
worked really
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah.
But that's when my mental health started to deteriorate.
Really?
That's when I
Why?
was using alcohol the whole time to cope.
Mm.
Because I was away from home.
Okay.
And I remember my brother dropping me off, and he was emotional. And this was when I knew, like, wow, my brother is like my dad. It was like him dropping his child off.
Sure.
Crying his eyes out. My mom was there too. So it was my mom and my brother. They were bawling their eyes out. And I think that it finally hit me, like, I don't have to be scared about drinking anymore, because what are they going to do, drive 6 hours to check my sobriety?
Right. You're in your own world now.
I'm going to go crazy.
Yeah.
So I went crazy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was, I made the best friends. I had the best time in college. To this day, I'm still very close with most of them. But it was a me thing.
Okay.
They were drinking to have fun. I was drinking to suppress something. They were taking drugs because it was fun. I was taking drugs because it made me happy for that time. And I was like, wow, all of this pain and all of that unspoken just vulnerability that no one was able to even examine growing up, because we didn't have time to talk about it. We were just trying to catch up with the bills, catch up with like whatever our dad did to us. It came out in college.
Came out in college.
Oh my gosh. I was, like anything I could take just to numb me. I was doing it. And
how long did this go on?
3 years. I probably would still be there if it wasn't for COVID.
Oh, wow.
I would still probably be drinking and using drugs for the wrong reasons if it wasn't for COVID.
Okay.
COVID was truly a blessing for us, for me at least. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're going 3 years drinking, doing
Every day.
drugs.
Yeah.
Were you in a relationship or not? You just solo doing your own thing at this time?
I was in a relationship. It was a
Okay.
very toxic relationship.
Okay.
It was a relationship from here, actually.
Okay.
And we were doing this long distance thing, but
Sure.
the foundation of the relationship was based off of him cheating on who he was with at the time. So it's not like I should have known that, but because I've never had an example of love.
Yeah.
A real example. My grandparents have an arranged marriage. Like, I've never seen what real, genuine love looks like. So I was just leeching on, like, oh my gosh, like, he loves me. I can't let him go.
Yeah.
I never found that in high school. I felt judged by everyone in high school, all the
Sure.
guys there, you know?
Sure.
Because I was that lower income individual. I don't want to date a guy who's driving in a McLaren. I feel less than. So I was dating a guy from a different high school. It was based off of lies. So I knew it wasn't going to last. But it was toxic. So, like, we would break up, go do our own thing, and then a week later, we'd find our way back to each other. And he's really all I had. I wasn't talking to my mom at this time.
Okay.
My mom and I stopped speaking. So that, I think it also strengthened the bad things that I was doing in college. When I was in college, I was disrespecting my body. When we were on breaks, because I knew he was doing shady stuff, I'm going to do shady stuff. I was drinking, making mistakes when I was drinking in regards to other people, or taking this drug. Like, I was just doing things. I don't even recognize that goal today, you know? So, yeah, it was just a cycle that just went down because I knew I wasn't going to get caught. It's not like my brother's going to check on me.
Right.
At this point, my brother is trying to excel in his life. He spent this whole time trying to get us to, like, just level-headed.
Right.
Now he needs to excel for himself.
Right.
He wants to have a family. Both of my brothers wanted to have a family at one point.
Well, I can imagine that he's probably at the point now in his life where, okay, I've got her set up. She's in college.
Yeah.
She's on her way. I can get back to what I need to do, and anything that I can add to the family to continue to keep this together until Dad comes home, or things get better. That's what I can do. But a lot of pressure's off him at this point. Were you maintaining the 4.0 at this time too?
Yeah.
So, okay, you've got a good cover here. You're doing what you
they never knew.
Are in his eyes supposed to be doing. You got a 4.0, and when you talk to him, I can imagine you jazzing it up. You're making it seem like everything is fine and dandy, but it wasn't.
Oh yeah, I was like, I told you I wasn't going to let you down. I told you I was going to excel, and then it wasn't even. I was just getting the 4.0. I was working 3 jobs in college.
Sure.
I was the national anthem singer of the university.
Oh wow.
I was doing as much as I humanly could. I was getting involved in whatever I could, just because it was like me making up for high school.
I told you guys this story was going to be amazing. I told you.
Yeah, I was doing whatever I could, just to almost like erase the past.
Yeah.
I messed up in high school. But I'm not messing up this now.
Right.
I didn't know what I wanted to do. I was just like, this is college.
Well, actually, you say you're not going to mess up now, so you get your grades together. But when you think about it, you are messing up because you're poisoning your body. You're misusing your body with promiscuous sex, and you're in a toxic relationship.
Yeah.
You're doing drugs. You're diminishing some of your brain cells, and you're sabotaging, you're self-sabotaging is what I'm looking for.
Yep.
And then you say COVID hit.
Mm-hmm.
And that brought about another change.
Yeah.
What was this change? Because now nobody's going to school. Are you still doing your classes?
Still in
And
San
you're still in the Bay Area though.
Online.
Okay.
So another thing is I was like the girl who was like out there in high school, and that's the way I would cope. I was doing the same thing in college. Everyone to this day probably doesn't understand how depressed I really was in college. And then COVID hit. I was the party girl in college. Everyone knew me as the party girl. Okay. And I loved it. I loved that like reputation, but I was like, I'm so miserable. Like I'm so depressed and no one knows.
Yeah.
Then COVID hit and we were just doing classes from online. We were still in an apartment with 3 of my best friends. Mm-hmm. I love those girls. They were probably the reasons I'm still here. I contemplated ending everything so many times. They didn't know.
Wait a minute. You say you contemplated ending everything. You
everything.
Mean
so many times.
Suicide?
Yes. Yeah.
Really?
Oh my gosh. I just prayed, and no one knows. I prayed that when I took one of those drugs, it would just put me out, like, peacefully.
This is a very low point.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And no one knew. No one knew. Literally no one in my friend group knew, because I could be crying in my room 1 second and I'd come out and be like, let's party, and then I'll take a shot. Like no one knew how miserable I was.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
You have, just listen to your story, it sounds like you have really established a way of being able to turn it on and turn it off.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I saw that growing up.
Yeah.
With my dad.
Yeah.
He was the best actor. I hope he's pursuing that now, because that was literally
he had it down.
Oh my gosh. And he didn't have training, he didn't have anything. He was fantastic at that.
Wow.
So, yeah, I mean,
yeah. So now you're doing COVID. You're doing your studies online. Mm-hmm. You're not around people that, you have to, put on this duality of, you're the party girl, because nobody's really partying right now. Everybody's confined to their homes.
We party in our homes.
Yeah.
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 Like,
Yeah. They have
but
that.
That only gets you so far.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
And I started to realize, I was like, I don't know if I can keep doing this.
Right.
All of my money is going towards White Claws from the corner store. All of my money is going towards a drug that we would take here and there. Like what's the point nowadays?
Right.
And that's when like I started to really hit rock bottom. And I remember an altercation I got into with one of my college roommates.
Okay.
And she looked at me and she goes, I'm scared of you.
Wow.
My anger, I was an angry person. She was like, I'm really scared of you. She says that, but then I also realize a point of reflection is I could have punched her in the face, and I don't even know why.
Yeah.
But everything had just hit me at once, like a bag of bricks. Like I have anger problems.
You have anger problems.
This is all stemming from alcohol. This is all stemming from suppressed feelings. This is all stemming from the stupid drugs I was taking, the vape that's in my hand, everything.
So this is your self-talk right now. In this moment, you're talking to yourself, telling yourself this, so you realize where you're going wrong.
Yeah.
Okay,
but I didn't know how to fix it.
You didn't know how to fix it.
On top of that, I was still in that toxic relationship. On top of that, we were eating so terribly in college. When you're drunk, you're not gonna crave grilled chicken and carrots. Like you're gonna crave In-N-Out 3 times a day and whatever you can.
Of course.
I gained, 40, 45 pounds. Like I was just not happy.
Oh wow.
So that was another thing. I was unhappy physically, mentally, socially. I was just. There was nowhere else I could go below that. Yeah. Yeah. So.
Yeah. So you knew something had to change.
Yeah.
Because now, I mean, you weren't as fit as you are now. You weren't doing any physical fitness at all.
I was. What are you doing?
Yeah.
And I didn't know that at the time, so I didn't realize that it was a problem.
Okay.
Yeah. So I started to educate myself. I mean, there's obviously online resources like TikTok and YouTube, and I needed to lose weight. I was not happy. And because of my unhappiness, I was taking it out on my partner at the time. That's probably why I was angry with my roommate at the time.
Okay.
I packed whatever I could in San Francisco. I left my bed. I left my desk. I think I had like $13 in my bank account.
Okay.
I went back to California. I drove back.
Okay.
I didn't tell anyone.
Okay.
But no one really cared because it was COVID.
Okay.
And I assumed I'd get myself right, I'd get healthy, and I'd go back eventually when school was back in session.
So you moved back to LA?
Yeah.
And then you're living with your parents now?
Yeah.
Okay.
So my dad still not around. I knew I closed that chapter a long time ago that he was ever going to come back. I prayed for it for a little bit, but I knew he wasn't going to come back. So my mom and I were not talking. And it was like one of those situations where it's like I had to put a lot into perspective. If I go live with my mom and live in that house that they were still renting that my brothers were paying for, I can't continue my alcohol use. I'm going to be monitored.
Right.
They're not going to let me see my friends.
Okay.
I'm just going to get into it with my mom and be that same angry person. I need to get myself right. And I don't want to be around my mom because I was still demonizing her.
Okay.
And I still did not like her.
Okay.
So I moved into a hotel.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're working and you're living in a hotel?
I wasn't even working at the time. I didn't have a job. It was COVID.
Wow.
Yeah. So I moved.
You got $13 in your bank account. You move into a hotel. How's this all happening?
It's COVID.
It takes money to move
Blessings
in.
in COVID. Blessings in COVID.
Okay.
The lady at the hotel, let's just say that she really helped me
Nice.
out.
Nice.
I knew because I had been given that third chance at this point. I got second chance of going to college. Now this is my third chance to get myself right.
Okay.
Same day I moved my stuff into a hotel. I went to Trader Joe's right next to the hotel. I begged them for a job. And they said, no, it's COVID. We're not hiring.
Okay.
We're already limiting staff because obviously we don't want a lot of people in one confined area. We're not hiring.
Okay.
I said, I'll be back tomorrow.
Oh,
Didn't have a resume, didn't have anything. And I kept going back to the same store, and they said, like, we're literally not hiring. I was like, all right, let me try another location. I was calling, I was doing this, I was doing that. I was still doing school online. I went to another location of Trader Joe's, and I went to the guy, and I was like, hi, I can start working today. And he was like, oh, we're not hiring. I said, okay, I'll be back tomorrow. I kept going back.
I like the determination.
Oh, yeah, I had one blazer,
Right.
one professional outfit. I wore it every single time I went in.
Okay.
And he kept saying, we're not hiring. I said, I don't care. I can start today.
Okay.
I'm not taking no for an answer. I said, just give me an interview.
Yes.
Please just give me an interview.
Yes.
Like, you might love me. Give me an interview.
Right.
From then, I think I had 3 interviews and I got the job.
Wow.
Started working immediately, like 5 a.m.s to 1. Never gotten up that early in my life.
Sure.
5 a.m.?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's terrifying.
This
That's
is
when I was
another
going to
world to you.
sleep. Like,
Right.
I just stopped drinking at 5 a.m. Like, what is this? I committed myself to saving up as much money as humanly possible to get out of that hotel. I mean, I wasn't even thinking of my debt that my dad put me in. I was just thinking, like, for right now, I just need to survive. If I needed anything from my family, my mom, my brother, and my other brother, they'd be there. But I did not want to tell them about all of, like, my drugs and my alcohol and da-da-da. And I remember the first night that I was sleeping in that hotel, I didn't have alcohol. And I went to Trader Joe's that was walking distance from the hotel, and I was like, I need red wine or something. Like, I got to take something. I can't just go cold turkey. Like, I need something to take the edge off. I'm so stressed.
Yeah.
I contemplated getting that. I just stared at it. I didn't get it. I was like, if I want to stop drinking, I need to stop drinking now.
Right.
That's when I started to educate myself on fitness and eating better, and I wasn't focused on mental health. I was just focused on, like, physical. So I stopped drinking. And I started eating a lot better. Like,
While you're living in a hotel, all these changes are taking place, and you're working for Trader Joe's.
Yeah.
So you're making it work.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was a blessing because I got discount groceries too. So like
Yes.
all of this healthy stuff that I was eating, it was 30, 50% off. I don't know.
Yeah. And Trader Joe's got great prices. I shop.
Oh, I
there
still go to
myself.
Trader. Yeah. Every single
and
Thursday.
They've got good product. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So you're winning now.
We're getting there.
Yeah.
We're getting there for
Okay.
sure.
Okay.
And I just kept working, still in school. And I think this was also, it was honestly, my days were just repeated. I was also trying to fix my relationship at the time, which I should have known wasn't going to go anywhere. But I kept giving it a chance. And he was a really heavy drinker. So to see me transition from, like, all or nothing type, because he loved that I drank. He loved that I was partying, the party girl. But then for me to start making that transition, I think it kind of turned us against each other a little bit, because it's like, what are we supposed to bond over now? Like a meal prep?
The commonalities are leaving.
Yeah, there's nothing. We have no similarities in between us anymore. So we started to get a little toxic again. And I started to see that I was losing weight. At this point, this was months down the line, but I had moved out of the hotel, and I had moved into, like, a temporary apartment.
Okay. But you say you started seeing yourself losing weight. Is this because of the physical fitness or something else?
Physical fitness.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Great.
So I started to lose weight, but I didn't realize. I started, you know, when you start seeing like weight come off and like you start to look a lot better, because for me, I was very overweight. No one sees it, but I was. I know myself. I didn't realize what I was doing in that process. I was doing it so disordered.
Okay.
I was eating.
Wait. What do you mean? What do you mean disorder?
I was eating like 600 calories a day.
Oh,
I was tracking everything I was eating, like not even using a food scale, but like not maybe like a teaspoon of this, and I was just doing it like, but I didn't realize it, because at the point in time, it's a shock to your metabolism. So your metabolism, you're just gonna drop weight so fast.
Oh, of course.
But
you're on a serious calorie deficit right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
From going to the girl who was eating In-N-Out 3 times a day.
Sure.
And 500 cans of White Claws, and now you're eating like quinoa, tofu, and spinach. Your body is like, what? Of course you're going to drop weight.
Yeah, what's going on?
But I saw how good I was looking. I was like, damn,
Sure.
I'm going to keep this up.
Yeah.
So I would refuse to eat out. I would refuse to eat anything, honestly, for the most part, unless it was me and I was measuring it with like a cup or something.
Okay.
I continued to work at Trader Joe's, and that's when I thought my health was going up here. Started to go down. I was, before I even knew it, I had dropped like 82 pounds in a matter of like 4 months.
Yeah, that's too fast.
Lost my period. I wasn't drinking at this point. Lost my period. I had bald spots in my hair, in my head. 22 having bald spots.
Yeah.
I had no social capabilities at all, because when you lose your period, you have an eating disorder. Your mind is on one thing, on survival. It's not on, hey, how's your day going?
Yeah.
I don't care about your small talk. I don't care what you ate for dinner last night. I didn't eat. So I just was like very tunnel vision. My relationship at the time, it went downhill because of this eating disorder. And my body was in fight or flight. And I think I had dropped down to like 90 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Oh, yeah. But to me, it was like I wasn't thin enough.
Yeah.
I still had more to go. And even to this day, I look at photos and I'm like, how did I think I was fat in that? How did I think I looked chubby in that? And I was doing, at the time, Trader Joe's is you've seen the people at Trader Joe's, the employees, very active. So I would wake up at 5 in the morning, I'd go to the gym, I'd weightlift for 2 hours, I would do 2 hours of cardio, and then I would come home really quickly, take care of my dog. My mom had the 3 dogs, because I kept bringing dogs home from the animal rescue. So my mom, at one point, she was like, you got to take one of these damn dogs. So I took one. Yeah. And then I would take him out and take him on another walk, which is even more activity.
Right.
And then I would get ready for work really quick. Oh, no, and then I'd have class. Then I'd get ready for work real quick, and I'd go to work. So I was on my feet for like, it felt like 24 out of 24 hours a day, out of the day.
So you're at 90 pounds now. And was there something that happened? Did you have like a health scare or something that turned that around? Because I can imagine that you dropped even more weight than that.
I dropped a few pounds under that.
Okay.
I started to go to doctors, and I just kept blacking out at work. And I was working at Trader Joe's, and on the weekends I would work at a restaurant that I still work at. Okay. And at Trader Joe's, I would pass out. I would literally black out and wake up on the floor at work.
Really?
And I knew something was wrong, but my disordered brain didn't know that it was because I had an eating disorder. I didn't know that it was because I wasn't eating, and it was just overdoing the activity. And then I was like, I need to make a doctor's appointment. So I went to the doctor, and they kept trying to Band-Aid the problem. Go on this pill, go on this pill, go on this. I'm not going on a pill. I was very much against, I was like the organic lifestyle. Right. I drank 17 White Claws at one point in my life, but I won't eat anything that's not organic nowadays. Like I literally, 0 to 100. Right. And the doctors were like, you're going to die. You're going to die.
Wait, the doctor literally told you you're going to die?
If you keep not eating, if you keep this way of life, you're going to die. Okay. She said, you need to start eating more, and you need to get on this pill. And I looked at her, and I was like, I'm not going on the pill. And she goes, all right. I don't know what to tell you. I went to maybe 5 or 6 doctors. Every time I'd get an attitude with the doctor after she'd tell me to get on this pill and to start eating more. I was like, no, I don't want to work with you anymore. So I'd go to the front desk and be like, don't ever put me in front of that doctor ever again. And every single doctor told me the same thing, and I was like, I think I have a problem. I'm not going on this pill.
Yeah.
I'm not getting my period back not naturally. I'm going to do it naturally, but I'm going to control what I can control, which is my eating. So I started to do more research. I started to research reverse dieting. So if I'm starting and I was tracking everything on a scale at this point. If I'm eating 600 calories right now, it's too scary to go from 600 to 2,000 calories.
Yeah.
I'm not able to do that. I'm going to get sick.
Yeah.
So a reverse diet, you'll go 600 one week, 650 the next week. Follow 650
Yeah,
every
you got to do
single
it in
day.
increments.
Very slowly. That sounds less scary to me.
Yeah.
So I started to do that. Even if it was adding extra rice, like a little bit of rice.
Sure.
50 calories gets you a long way. I did that for 2.5 years.
Because it's kind of like you got to trick your mind to
Adapt.
To adapt to what you're putting in your body, and then your body catches up with your mind, and everything works in sync.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I started doing that for 2 years. I did a reverse diet. So I started at 600 calories. And then I was like, all right, if I can increase the food a little bit, what I can now also do after I'm comfortable eating a little more, when I hit like 1,200 calories, I was like, I'm eating like almost close to a normal person. I eat way more than 1,200 calories nowadays.
Yeah.
I would pass out if I ate 1,200 calories. Oh, some of my meals are 1,200 calories.
Yeah.
And so I started taking down the cardio a little bit. I don't think I need to do 30, 45 minutes of cardio every single day.
Yeah.
I was at 2 hours at one point. So then the next week I would do like an hour and 50, an hour and 40, and bring it down a little bit so it's not as scary. And then I threw away my scale. I remember I had a huge I took the scale and I went outside and I was just bashing it to the ground. Because I hated it.
Fed up.
I was like, that's literally the reason why I'm in a bad mood most days.
Right.
And it was...
Because you're looking at the numbers, and the numbers are not reflecting what you are doing.
Exactly.
And what you have in mind of where you should be.
Yep.
And you're like, fuck.
Yep.
This is crazy.
Simultaneously, I started to put into perspective, I had no friends anymore.
Okay.
There's many reasons I won't even mention, but what I will say is that those friendships didn't serve me. They were used to that party lifestyle that I was living.
Sure.
And they enjoyed that. But they weren't there when I was at my deepest, darkest moments, because I tried to be vulnerable.
It's a known fact, and a lot of times I speak from experience. I'm no specialist, and I tell people that all the time. I'm not coming off as a specialist. I have information from my experiences and from a little bit of research that I have done. And I always tell people that if you hear something on my show and you feel as if, though, wait a minute, that doesn't sound right or what have you, go do the research.
Yep.
Go get the proofs. It's perfectly fine because, like I said, I'm not a specialist. I don't know it all. But from my experiences, what I've learned is that as you start to make changes in your life and you start to evolving and doing different things from what the pack or your current fellowships are doing, you're going to lose people.
Oh, yeah.
It's
They
a
were
fact.
dropping
You're
like
gonna
flies.
lose people.
Hell yeah, they were dropping like flies.
Yeah. And like you said,
Relationship.
they no longer serve you. And there's nothing wrong with that. You guys just aren't at the same place that you were at that time, and you're evolving somewhere else.
Yeah.
And they may be evolving or they may just be stuck.
Yeah.
But you got to keep it moving.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. So now so when did you end up getting into Pepperdine? Because that's a prestigious school.
Yeah.
And you're working on your master's now, right?
Yeah.
Now that's big. Yeah.
I started
When did
that
you get that going?
a year ago.
Okay.
I got myself established. I paid off my personal debt. I've been working a lot ever since. I work 2 jobs full-time right now, or a lot.
Okay.
I'm in school full-time.
Okay.
And so I just remember one day I woke up and I was like, I want to get my master's.
Nice.
Because I started doing research and I was like, I'm not gonna get very far with just a bachelor's in psychology. I want to help people.
Yes.
I've felt what it feels like to not be helped by anyone and to like be vulnerable and then for everyone just to kind of leave you in the dust.
Yeah.
I don't want anyone to feel the way that I felt.
Yeah.
So now that I've gotten my health right, I can confidently say I have the best friendships and the best friends I never would have dreamed to have, and I appreciate my friends so much. And to lose those other friends, it led me to these people. I have a very close-knit group of people.
Well, you start attracting
like-minded.
quality in your life. When you have a quality life, you start attracting better relationships. When you're more relatable, when you are at peace with yourself, and you're in a good place with yourself. You know, it's the energy that comes around you is going to reflect the energy that you are expelling, that you are sending out.
Absolutely.
So
yeah.
you know,
Such a blessing.
Yeah, it really, really is.
Absolutely.
You know, and
yeah.
for you to make these changes and go through what you went through, and now you're going for your master's in psychology. I believe in divine intervention. I think everything that you went through, you know, even from back to when your family had the arranged marriage, and for it to not be one that was filled with love and the traditional, you know, ideal relationship or marriage of, you know, natural attraction and love, and we're in love. We're gonna have these children out of love, you know, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
You know, like I say again, divine intervention to bring you to where you are now, and to have you in a place to where now you're serving your purpose, to where you're going to be able to help people because you've lived it, you've done all the hard work.
Yeah.
You know, and some of us got to get dirty before we get clean.
Absolutely.
You know, I'm an example of it. You know, and that's what my platform is about. It's about being able to showcase that there are us who have gotten dirty, who are now living a more righteous, fulfilling life.
Yep.
We've done the hard work. Here's the information. Don't make these mistakes.
100%.
You know, do what you want with it.
Yeah.
So going for the masters now.
Yeah, I just want to protect people.
Nice.
I want to be there for people. I want to be that. I was so scared of reaching out for therapy. I want to be that person that is approachable, and obviously every therapist wants to be that way.
Right.
But I genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, I feel like I can find different ways to help people.
Sure.
And use my own type of style.
This is funny how you swore off therapy. You never did therapy. And now you're going down the path of a therapist. Did you end up seeking therapy at all?
I did.
Okay.
I only did for like 2 weeks.
Okay.
Just because of the therapist that I was working with, really hard. She wasn't easily available.
Okay.
So I'm a very consistent person. I'm very disciplined.
Sure.
And if you tell me we'll have a session every week, I'm going to trust you that we'll have a session every week.
Right.
Some days it would be like once a week, and then it would be once every 3 months. And I was like, I just don't think I can do that because I'm going to forget what I told you last time. Like, I loved that therapist, but it was just a lack of consistency that I think it honestly would do more harm than good for me personally.
Okay, yeah. So right now, with what you're learning in school through the master program, you have your BA in psychology, right? That's a lot of learning. That's a lot of learning about, you know, the human body, the mind. You go through anatomy. You go through humanities, et cetera, et cetera. I did it too for a brief stint in college, just to, you know, see that I can do college. I had this phobia about not being able to do college, but after I saw that I could do college, me, myself, I went back to doing my old shit, which I wish I would have stayed in college. But anyway, I know what you went through. So a lot of that is like you're getting therapy through the things that you're learning too, because you're learning about yourself and you're learning about these different things that you went through and why it was happening. Which is good. How much longer you got before you get your master's?
I think it's like 1.5 years.
About 1.5 years. You're going to set up your own practice, or are you going to work with somebody first and then go out on your own? What's the goal?
I want to work in a private practice.
Private practice.
The age group that I really want to work with is like 16 to 22.
Yeah.
Just because that was the hardest years of my life. And my heart goes out to that age group and that population. And then I want to open up my own private practice. Good for you. Good for you.
It's a tough time at that age too, because that's when, you know, a lot of peer pressure is happening, and, you know, things can be established as far as bad, negative behavior. And that's a good time to really catch them and say, look, this is what you don't want to do.
I'm so excited. Honestly, that makes me so
I'm
happy.
excited for you.
That makes me so excited just to be able to it feels like this, like visually, just like, here's my hand. Just take it and I'll help you. And we can help each other because I'm learning. You're learning. And this is my passion. Like, I finally found my passion.
Good.
And I love singing, but I think singing can heal people too.
Yeah.
But just speaking to people is like my favorite thing.
Yeah, so singing would kind of like be your hobby. Like I was looking on your page, I saw you belt out a few notes on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to give me some right now. I know you got it.
Maybe
I want to hear
end.
something.
Maybe the end.
Maybe the end. All right, cool.
Don't
I'm gonna
let
hold
me
you.
forget.
I won't let you
the end.
forget. I'm gonna hold you to that.
All right.
I got a couple of fun facts for you.
Mm-hmm.
I know we're getting close to the end, so I want to ask these few questions, and I want to get this rolling, and then get some singing out of you. All right. What's a guilty pleasure that makes you laugh at yourself?
At myself?
Yeah.
Honestly, probably my clumsiness. Like, I fall all the time.
Mm.
No one sees it in the gym, but
Okay.
I trip on things all the time, and instead of me being embarrassed, I just chuckle. I think it's so funny.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's just always been my thing. I'll be at home. I literally live alone.
Okay.
And the only person who sees me being clumsy is my dog. And
Yeah.
instead of me, I just laugh. Like,
You
I
just
think it's
laugh
just a
about
funny thing.
Okay.
I've always been like that. I think my
Okay.
brothers know that about me too. My sister knows that. Like, I just don't focus sometimes, and then I just fall.
Yeah. Just going through the motions, making
Yeah.
it happen.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. All right. What's one food you'll never get tired of?
My friends know this about me, and they all think it's disgusting. Protein oatmeal.
Really?
I love protein oatmeal more than anything. There was a point in time where my friends would just stare at me eating it, and they would be like, that is disgusting. I think it is so good. You're telling me a bowl of oatmeal with protein powder and fruit and peanut butter is not good? I think it's fantastic.
You're talking my language, so.
It's so good.
I had some oatmeal this morning with peanut butter in it, and I had a protein shake on the side because I
See?
knew I wasn't going to be able to eat a full. I was getting ready for this interview
Yeah.
and getting things done, so you're talking my language.
Favorite meal.
They just don't understand it.
Yeah,
they don't
get it like
they don't
we
see
do.
it. Yeah, of course. Favorite self-care ritual?
I'm actually learning the beauty of this. I've started to work with a coach, and she's trying to get me to decrease my training. And she
Okay.
said, only train 5 days, because I used to train 7 days for a long period of time. Now I was training 6 days, and now I'm switching it to 5.
Sure.
Laying on the couch and doing absolutely nothing.
Doing nothing.
Nothing.
Beautiful.
It's hard for me.
Yeah.
It's a hard habit
Yeah.
to love.
Yeah.
Because I'm always just like, oh, I see a little speck. I swear I have OCD. I was diagnosed with OCD. If I see a speck there, I have to clean it up.
Yeah.
I'm learning to just like allow myself to just rest.
Just rest.
And it is such a blessing.
Yeah.
And now I get to do it Thursdays and Sundays.
Yeah.
Except, I mean, I have a great opportunity to do this.
Are you starting to embrace it? You starting to
slowly
really enjoy
Yeah.
that downtime?
Yeah.
Because you got to re-up your energy. With
Oh,
all
yeah.
that you're doing, you got a lot going on. You know, you're expending a
I'm
lot
on the
of
go
energy.
24/7. Yes.
Yeah.
I need to
yeah.
give myself
Yeah.
that little bit of time.
Yeah. Even though you're young, but at the same time, to be at your best, it's always
Yeah.
good to
Exactly.
replenish your energy.
Exactly.
Nice. All right. What's one random fact about you that surprises people?
Okay, one of my great friends, Garrett, and I,
Uh-huh.
we actually started a podcast together not that long ago.
Oh, nice.
Based off of, I guess you could say it's my show. It's literally called Shut Up, Sasha, because
Okay.
I love to talk, and he's the producer of it.
Yeah.
And we are kind of intertwining it with like therapy,
Okay.
and my story, and just talking to people and enjoying interactions. Talking about bad habits is what we did
Sure.
last time. A lot of people are surprised that I do that because I don't promote it
Okay.
as much as I should.
Have you done an episode yet?
Yeah, we've done
Okay.
like 5 or 6.
Okay. Beautiful.
But I would say probably that. I just think it's a really good way to like recenter ourselves. I actually
Sure.
do it on Thursdays, which is my day off from the gym.
Yeah.
To just kind of get my head right.
Nice.
And it's the same thing with whoever comes on the show and for Garrett himself. Because I mean everyone has stuff going on, and
Of course.
yeah, it's just a blessing, and I also think it's really definitely brought Garrett and I closer as well.
Good. I mean, I like these platforms, and that's one of the reasons why I started it too. You know, I told myself that, you know, this would be a great way of me being able to, you know, get part of my story out. I feel I have an interesting story, and allow people to tell their stories as
Yeah.
well. And who is it that we can help? Who is it that we can be able to steer in a right direction?
Yeah.
One where they're not making mistakes that we made. The information, I know it's not going to fall in the lap of everybody. Everybody's going to be like, oh, yeah, I'm going to run with this.
Yeah.
But there are going to be those that will. Because going back to therapy, a lot of people don't go see a therapist. You know, they get it where they can and how they can. And there's some people who are seeking it, don't know where to get it, how to get it.
Exactly.
And podcasts are really big now, you know, and a lot of people are listening to podcasts. They're watching them. And I know for a fact down the line, I'm just starting this, that this is going to be very beneficial to a lot of people. And I feel good
100%.
about it. I feel I'm living my purpose, you know. And so, yeah, that's interesting. I'd love to be a guest on yours.
I would love that.
one
I'd
day.
be honored.
Yeah. Well, let's do it. We got to set it up and make it happen.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, before we get out of here, you want to tell the people where they can follow you and find you, and let's share that. Where can they find you?
So my Instagram is sasha.dhameja, Dhameja. So sasha.dhameja, and then my podcast is available on Apple Podcasts, pretty much all streaming resources that you can think of, and YouTube. It's called Shut Up Sasha.
All right. Beautiful. So that's what you have going on right now outside of the school. This is something that people can gravitate to and follow you and listen to what you got going on.
Yes. There might be a little ding of singing there somewhat. We're working on that. We're going to get more music out for sure.
Okay. I'm going to hold you to that because I think you should. Now, what are you listening to right now before you do that?
I love every type of music, every genre of music.
Yeah, I'm a music connoisseur too.
Besides rock music.
Okay.
Never been my thing.
Okay.
It's loud.
Okay.
It's too loud for me.
Nothing wrong with it.
I grew up singing.
Okay.
I tried to pursue it in California, but that was under the care of my dad, and that's a whole different conversation.
Yeah.
But now I'm just doing whatever opportunity comes my way.
Well, here's one for you right here, because you never know who's going to see this.
That is true. Okay. Some people want it all, but I don't want nothing at all. If it ain't you, baby, if I ain't got you, baby. Some people want diamond rings, some just want everything, but everything means nothing if I ain't got you.
Man, beautiful. I love it. I love it. I can definitely say you got something there, and if you decide you want to pursue music, you got a career in that as well.
Thank you.
Sasha, thank you for stopping by.
Thank you for
having me. We appreciate
me.
you taking the time out. Listen to you. I know you got a busy schedule. You got a lot of things going on, and this was great. And I'm looking forward to come on your show.
Yeah.
And then down the line, I like to have great guests to come back. And we revisit this again and see where you are at that time.
Absolutely.
And I'd love to do that all over again.
Yeah.
But for now, like I said, it's a pleasure. I thank you. I wish nothing but the best for you and your family, and moving forward, all of your endeavors.
Thank you.
Which I know you're going to do great. So,
thank you. Thank you for having me, and thank you for allowing me to share my story and for being you. I think you are a very healing person in general, even from our first conversation, I felt very comfortable, and
thank you.
It's an amazing platform that you have going.
Thank you. And that's what it's all about at the end of the day.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're going to get out of here.
Right.
And as always, keep it moving. Love.